guys. Thank you for joining us today. So today we were supposed to come a bit live earlier, but due to some technical issues, we couldn't come. So whatever it is, so here we are again, and today we are going to talk about gender fluidity, or you can also call it as liquidity. We know that there are these kind of terms roaming around in the, like in the hood nowadays, but it was also supposed to come a long back, like a long back ago, but that didn't came due to some reasons, maybe due to the environment that we have been born into in India. I would not say it as a conservative environment, but at the same time, it also has its own importance. So, keeping all those things in mind, the thing is that now we have to take this particular topics seriously. What kind of topics you're talking about? I'm talking about gender inequalities, about the racism purposes, about the other theories that lurk around in this particular segment of discussions. So now I have somebody with me today. She is studying BTech CSE from FIT in Kolkata, and she has a really great knowledge in these categories of topics. And if anyhow I am confused in some kind of I'm confused in any kind of theories that is related to this category, the first thing I do is I call her. That Sam, please tell me about that. What is going on with this topic, or what does this literally means? So, with this topic today, also the one person that struck my mind was Sam. So, Sambrita, please introduce yourself to the people, and we will just start with the thing.
Hello, I'm Sambrita Chandra. You can call me Sam. So today I'm here. I'm gonna talk, acknowledge you more about this topic. Though you already might have heard a lot about it, either negatively or positively. But I'm here. I'm just gonna give you an idea of it, and it's totally your choice if you wanna support it or not. But I can't force someone to support something. But I think uh, you'll get to know when we talk more about it. So
Okay,
yeah,
sure.
first thing.
I think that was a very nice point that you say that we cannot like force somebody or like kind of push out somebody to believe or not believe in something. That's absolutely their personal choice. And if they do the right thing, then they will absolutely appreciate that in the upcoming times. And if they don't do the right thing, they will regret it. So I think we should keep it upon them. And they should we should also not leave some point where they can also blame us for the same. We are not forcing you anyhow. It's absolutely your choice, and we can also take it as a disclaimer here in this video. So I think that's it about the introductory part, and we can just now dive into the depth of this topic. And Sam will be taking us to small instances of this particular journey of how she explains the whole topic. And I hope every one of you will understand and like it very nicely. I think the main thing is to understand this thing. And if you can't, please leave us comments that you didn't understand this, and Sam and me will be absolutely there to help you out. So Sam, please take us through this journey.
So like being in India or anywhere in the on the world, like you might have heard the terminology is something like queer. Queer basically means weird, but nowadays queer is like queer refers to the people who are genetically queer, like through their gender, or somehow they are weird. They're other than the people who are either like left or right. So what you think gender is, it's either black or it's either white. No, it's a whole spectrum of colors. That's what the pride flag like represents. So it's not either like we used to see a very sexist thing, like pink is for girls, blue is for boys. It's not like that. Anybody, like any color can represent anyone. Like it's, you don't have to be either this or that. You can be anything you wish to be. Like I'll tell you something about this LGBTQ thing. Like LGBTQ stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, and like others like queer, like demisexual, anything. Like even now, like even the allies are a part of the community now. Like you can be a straight person and still support us. Like I myself am a bisexual person, and like you can just be a supporter. it takes nothing. And it's not about like a lot of people say it's all about religion and all. Like, no God ever said you can't love people you want to love. Nobody said that. Like, no religious book said that. So it's not your fault, it's just how you're made. Like, love transcends boundaries, and like, it has no limits. And also, if you gotta respect everyone. So I'll talk a bit about fluidity. As you know, fluid, like water is a fluid. It can flow. Like gender, like just like water or any other liquid. Like, let's visualize it like this. You'll love it. We all know about fluids. I suppose we know. Suppose water. We take water. We take it in a container. Suppose we put it in a cube. It takes the shape of the cube. We put it in a round vessel. It takes the shape of the vessel. Gender, the same way, is a fluid. It just takes the shape of the vessel. It's all about your soul. Like, if your soul stays in the body of a boy, people think you're a boy. And if your soul stays in the body of a girl, people think you're a girl. It's not about what you identify when you are born. It's not about that. It's all about who you think you are. Like, you might be a girl staying in the body of a boy. Like, that's why a lot of people go through these gender transitions. It's, you can just be whoever you want, you can be whatever you want. You're free. You have the right to choose after you're 18. Like, let's abide by the laws of the countries. You can choose to be whoever you want. Like, but first of all, you gotta take care that you're safe in the society. It just can't be like you come out and people come and like try to kill you or something. People harm you, you're thrown out of your home, your parents disown you. We can't do this. Like, your safety comes first. But let's say you're in a safe environment, and you have the right to choose what you want to be, not what the society thinks you are, not what the society wants you to be. So you should just go on and choose whoever you want to be. This was all about my view of the thing. What you can do, like what I suggest you to do to be a better person in general, to be a respectable person in general, to just be a friendly person, is you can like refer to someone as like, you should know about like their pronouns. Like, when you're introducing yourself, just like I introduce myself, like, I am Sam, I use her and she. Like, what pronouns do you use? Let's just make this a really general thing. Like, people talk about surnames, people talk about jobs. Let's just make it that easy to talk about. And like, this is how I think it should be. Like, society would be a lot better if people take pronouns and gender fluidity issues like normally. Like, this is not us against the community, LGBTQ community. It's it's all of us against the problem, against the hate. Like, you came on this world to share love, to share positivity. That's how, what we should focus on. Like, if you don't know what a person is going through, if the you don't, suppose you met a person, you just meet a person, and you don't know what gender that person is, you can't figure it out through his or her dressing. Just go on, ask their name, or you can introduce yourself. Hi, I'm so and so, I use this pronouns, what do you use, what is your name? You can go on like this. Now we will talk about something that's really important. Just because you can't, like, you talk to one person about yourself, like about the problems you're facing, just because you're being queer, it doesn't go like, just the first person you meet doesn't understand you, that doesn't mean the whole nobody in the whole world will understand you. Just go on, just be yourself. Like, you should never stop being yourself unless you're harming someone. Let's take care of these things. Unless you're being harmful to someone, you can be whatever you want. And like, let's say I don't understand what somebody is going through. I'm a person, I don't know much about these things. I don't understand what a person, let's just be a good person. Like we can make them explain what, like what it is. Like we can't just go on and ask them what's down there. No, we can't do that. But we can go and like talk about it. We can normalize this thing, we can be friendly. Like that's how we can get to a better society altogether. To wind it up, I gotta say, let's not limit ourselves into thinking that gender is either red or blue. Gender is a whole spectrum of colors, and we can love someone beyond their gender. Like you don't need to show you just don't need to show love to someone who is like, just because you can be a good friend to everyone, right? You just like love isn't like, it can be platonic. You don't have to have a thing for them. You don't have to ship them. You can love anybody you want, and love wins. So like that's what religion told us, to love everybody the way they are. Like I'm not a religious person, but that's how I want to put it.
Yeah, thanks, Sambrita, for this wonderful uh, time that you have taken us, or the journey that you have taken us from. And I think by the end of this kind of small discussion that we had, nobody watching this video will have had any doubts in their mind about this particular thing, or if you can tell it as a topic. If you have, put us down a comment, because this is a really, really, really important thing that has to be taken care of. And I absolutely agree with Samrita on this, that we should not limit ourselves with genders. We should let it flow. We should be unlimited, just like geo internet. But we have to also keep in mind we haven't have to have a very good network, as in this sense. And yes, absolutely nothing is perfect in this world, and we are also not perfect, but we are absolutely perfect being the imperfect. Thank you for joining us today, and thanks a lot to Samrita for joining us. Thanks to you to give us all this informations about this particular theme and about this particular topic, and we got to know and got to learn a lot from you. And I hope we will be again coming back on the same spectrum of topics that we'll be talking around. And I will again expect Samrita right there. So thank you, everyone. Thanks, Samrita, for joining us. And we will see you the next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.